dangerous.
You remove that artifact, then hand it to me for safekeeping.
This is amazing. It reminds me of being a child and searching for lost artifacts with Uncle Death.
Such a relief that you're all grown up.
At least one of us is.
so sure we could beat whatever traps the ancients had laid for tomb robbers. But the dead bodies of my friends testify to the folly of our arrogance. I will be dead soon as well. Our greed was our downfall.
I miss Chaldeum.
What do you miss?
It's such an open and beautiful city. It thrives on trade and new ideas. There was always something new and exciting to hear or see. Them.
When the Crusaders had learned all they could, Akan sent them out into the world, seeking a way to cleanse the corruption that coiled at the heart of the Zakarum faith. There was no clear goal for them to pursue, and some clerics claimed it was a fool's errand, that they could never succeed. But these Crusaders would not be deterred.
What should I trade? That's my choice, too.
When this is over, I could open my own little inn somewhere. If I live.
That would fit you.
Well, if you ever want a job, I will consider your credentials.
You do me a great honor.
The temple is open. Enter and defeat the guardians within. Although they are my brothers, they will seek your death when you enter.
Look at this architecture. This predates the Sin War.
I can teach you more about sin.
Please don't.
Enter the inner sanctum. Rise, my brothers! Rise and do battle!
Stone has been changed. Our children are born weak and suffer short lives. The demon Nereza promised to restore their power, but instead turned them into misshapen creatures and sent them to war against us. We may die, but not before she is sent back to the burning hells. Your strength rivals that of our greatest champions. What now do you think you are? You may enter our most sacred place.
The noble hero fought his way here just to die.
Magda.
And who is this you bring with you? Adria's daughter? She has power within her. No matter. Your mother will soon share your fate, little one. The shard is mine. Fill this temple with their blood!
What did you mean my mother will share my fate? Could my mother be alive after all these years?
She is full of lies. Do not believe her.
fight was too easy. She is toying with us. We must get back to Uncle Deckard right away.
You don't speak of how you became a Templar. Were you born to it?
No. Our scripture says, as a farmer reaps his wheat, so must the Order harvest and purify the weeds.
So you were once a criminal.
Yes. And I am told our Inquisitors had to bend quite a ways down to tear me from my sinful roots. Let us seek honor together, my friend.
Where are you from?
Kingsport, a city by the sea, home to the great merchant fleets and endless nets of reeking fish.
And your trade?
I am between jobs at the moment.
You did dishonorable work there, didn't you?
Nonsense. I am the most honest thief you will ever meet. Wanted. One relic, scarlet, roughly the size of a man's fist. It was stolen 2 months past during a deplorable theft from the Merchants Guild Bank. Those apprehended were not in possession of the item. The relic is greatly missed by its rightful owner, who offers a reward for its safe return.
You shouldn't waste time chasing women.
Waste? Time is scarcely better spent.
But you do not keep any of them.
I've only found one worth keeping, but she slipped away from me.
Still, you shouldn't bother every other woman who crosses your path.
Well, no. Sometimes they should bother me.
You said you lived with your father when old Tristram burned. Tell me about him.
My father was a diplomat. We had a manor in Chaldeum with servants, terraces, all of that. Everything changed when the Troubles started. Somehow, rumors spread that my grandfather was responsible for the king's madness. My father's work fell apart. No one would speak to him. He kept believing it would blow over, though.
Did it?
No. I'd rather not talk about it now, if you don't mind. I've work to see to.
The World Stone was an ancient artifact of immense power. It was used not only to create our world, but also to control mankind. The original humans were known as the Nephilim, and their power was such that it was feared they would tip the balance in the eternal conflict between the high heavens and the burning hells. So the World Stone was tuned to lessen our powers, turning mankind into what we are today. But now that it has been destroyed, it is conceivable that the powers of the Nephilim will reappear. Tyrael was forced to destroy the World Stone when Baal, the Lord of Destruction, corrupted it in his attempt to control all of mankind.
The World Stone's destruction also destroyed Mount Ariat, my people's ancestral home.
What happened to your people is indeed unfortunate. I fear Tyrael will pay the ultimate price himself. Nothing has been heard from him since.
I heard that you took Leah on your searches for ancient artifacts and tomes. Wasn't that dangerous?
Not as dangerous as you might think. There was a calm about the world then. Most people paid no mind to an old man and young girl, weaponless and penniless, crossing their land.
Uncle Deckard and I traveled all over the world in my youth, looking for lost lore and artifacts. It was so exciting, crawling around ancient temples, digging through forgotten crypts. I feel fortunate that Uncle Deckard raised me the way he did, the things I learned from him. But now I don't know. I see what his obsession with his quest has cost him, has cost us. The Drowned Temple was once known as the Sarsium Emporis. It was the most sacred of their temples, a site where legend claims angels would come to impart their wisdom to the Nephilim.
We have the second sword piece. Where should I seek the third?
I remember a glow streaking towards a fishing village.
That must be Wortham.
Ah, brilliant, dear Leah. Have the ferryman take you there.
Have you fought the Coven before?
I cannot say, but there is something about them, a darkness, that is known to me.
What do you mean?
The Coven may be part of a greater evil. Perhaps I intended to fight it.
If you are to fight, you will need your sword.
I don't know what would have happened to this town without Deckard Cain.
That Templar you brought to town may seem grim to most, but I think he's hiding a good heart.
I really do miss that bard. The way he sang Bartok and Horizon could make a bad man weep and turn his life around.
You're always on about the bard. Tell you what, why don't you learn to sing for us instead of complaining all day?
Well, I'm more of a patron of the arts than an artist.
That, and you have a voice like a wounded quill beast.
True.
When we retrieved the stranger's second sword piece, Magda found us. She's always on our heels. Who is she? She claims to know my mother, but how could that be? Regardless, we must beat her to Wortham in the final piece of the sword.
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love. Wife, don't think I don't see you undressing our fine hero with your treacherous eyes.
I would look at you instead had you a weapon like that.
Vile things transpire even as we speak. I see a town in flames, and an old friend paying the ultimate price to reveal the truth.
I already know this.
Oh, do you have the sight as well?
No, never mind.
I was thinking...
Don't hurt yourself.
I was thinking that we should try to recruit more soldiers. What happens if we get attacked again?
We just spent a week fighting off hundreds of walking corpses outside our impenetrable gates. We're the hardest bastards within 100 miles. Who's going to attack us?
I don't like what's going on around here. Too many new faces. The dead rising from their graves were no picnic, but at least they kept the strangers away.
I need a ferry to Wortham.
I will take you, but beware. Smoke rises from the village.
They're destroying the town! Get out while you can! By all that is holy, the town...
One of the men retrieved a strange artifact in his nets. It looked like a hilt of an ancient blade, but I know it must be more. The fisherman argued with me, but I convinced him to leave it in the safety of the chapel, a holy place for a holy relic.
Death to those who defy the power of the Covenant.
Please! My family's hiding in the chapel with the rest of the townsfolk. We must get to them.
Don't run off! You'll get yourself killed!
You cannot keep the sword from me!
This is bad.
My servants will burn this town to ashes!
There's something coming.
What a monstrous creature!
You saved us. We owe you our lives.
I seek the hilt of a sword. It fell from the sky and glows with strange magic.
We found it days ago. I wish we'd never brought it here. Come, I left Virgil to guard it. We will be glad to be rid of it.
I'm going back to Tristram to check on Uncle Deck.